All right, so we're just going to dispense with the introduction music today because for some reason the screen is half green. So I got to figure out what's going on with that. We updated the software this week, and I got a green screen, half green, half black. So, welcome to the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour live on YouTube. We got doubles action coming to you today from Suburban Bowlerama in York, Pennsylvania. We are down to our final 5 teams in both scratch and handicap. Let me move some people. So we'll be ready to get started as soon as Tournament Director Matt goes through the instructions.
What?
You ready?
See you, young man. All right, so we're just about ready for player introductions. For those of you watching, let me know. Like I said, I just updated the software this week. This is the first time using it. So let me know that the video is okay, and let me know that the sound is okay, if you would. I'm usually not a fan of updating the software because things tend to go screwy, as you saw with the opening. I officially have the cards in my hand.
Okay, good evening, bowling fans, and welcome to Suburban Bowlerama here in York for tonight's stepladder finals for the PJBT doubles event this afternoon here in York, sponsored by Bowler Max Pro Shop. Okay, time to give out, or introduce, I should say, our top 5 teams in each division for our Baker stepladder finals. On the scratch division, our number 5 seed team is Jacob Buckwalter and Nate Barnica.
Jacob Buckwalter and Nate Bernica, your number 5
In the
seed.
first match, they will be taking on our number 4 seeds, Roman Sapola and Cody Brunner.
Roman Sapola and Cody Brunner, your number 4 seeds.
Winner of match number 1 will advance to the quarterfinal match to take on our number 3 seeds, Jordan Shell and Chaz Evenson.
Jordan Shell and Chaz Evenson, your number 3 seeds.
Winner of the quarterfinal match will advance to the semifinal to take on our number 2 seeds, Cole Oberst and Mason Doan.
Cole Oberst and Mason Doan, your number 2 seeds.
And the winner of that semifinal match will take on our tournament leaders at plus 695 for 8 games, David Swavely and Aiden Davis.
David Swavely and Aiden Davis, your top seeds.
For our 10 scratch finalists for this evening's PJBT. Now it is time to introduce our 10 handicap finalists. Our number 5 seed team is Kerry Forrester and Jacob Lane.
Kerry Forrester, Jacob Lean, your number 5 seed in handicap.
They'll be taking on our number 4 seeds, Declan Lentz and Mason Moore.
Declan Lentz, Mason Moore, your number 4 seeds.
Winner of the first match will advance to the quarterfinals to take on our number 3 seeds, Kyle Hauk and Ty Josephic.
Kyle Hauk, Ty Josephic, your number 3 seeds.
Winner of the second match will advance to the semifinal to take on our number 2 seed, Derek Smith and Jacob Perry.
Derek Smith, Jacob Perry, your number 2 seeds.
And the winner of that semifinal match will take on our tournament leaders at plus 230-ish from Charlie Albright and Cameron Smee.
Charlie Albright, Cameron Smee, your top seeds.
Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our 10 handicap finalists for tonight's PJBT.
All right, I'll be right back.
We'll begin game 1 of our 4-game Baker format stepladder finals.
All right, so there was a lot of honor scores today. Mason Doan shot 300. David Swavely shot 300. Aiden Davis shot 299. David Swavely also shot in the second round. He shot 823. So that's pretty typical here for Suburban Bowlerama. What's not typical is what the scores are for the finalists on the scratch side. Your leaders, David and Aiden, are at plus 687. That's not uncommon. Second place, Cole and Mason at 358. Jordan and Chaz at 143. That's uncommon. Roman and Cody 130. And Jacob and Nate plus 115. So 3 of the finalists are not even at plus 150. That is unusual. The pattern today was helium, which isn't really a difficult recreational pattern. On the scratch side, Charlie and Cameron were your top seeds at 362. Derek and Jacob at 308. Kyle and Ty at 203. Declan and Mason at 168. And Carrie and Jacob at 160. So once again, let me ask everybody, can you hear me okay? There's always a wise ass in the audience. Always. Well, Nicole Lindemuth could hear me, so that's good. I got one person that said we could hear you. Okay. About 30, actually. Next week, we have another doubles tournament. It's an adult junior. It's our annual adult junior major at Bowlerama, Limerick. Thank you, Nicole. Next week, Bowlerama, Limerick, under 21 doubles major. Then the week after, we have our 4th girls only tournament from Red Lion, or Lion Bowl in Red Lion, PA. So for those of you that are new to watching our finals when we do under 21 doubles, we do it Baker style. So one bowler will bowl frames 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. The other bowler will bowl frames 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So each team only has one score. So there's a lot of decisions that need to be made, especially for the team that has lane choice. You know, do you want, obviously, you'd rather your better bowler bowl frame, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But you may also want to stifle their better bowler. If you see in practice that their better bowler, is bowling really good on the right lane but struggling on the left lane, you may want to try to get their better bowler to finish on that left lane. So a lot of decisions need to get made. This is my favorite type of finals here when we do these Baker-style finals. We had 54 teams today, so a really good turnout here at Suburban Bowlerama, 54 teams. And a lot of people have stayed for the finals. I hope they're loud and boisterous when good things happen. I hope the crowd is loud and boisterous when good things happen. Thank you. So I'd also like to give a shout out to all the wonderful new people I met today. One of them might try to sell me a car. One I may have embarrassed a little bit. Just a little. But what are you going to do? I'm me. So it looks like our practice is ready. So it looks like we are just about ready for match number 1. Cool thing here is, like, I don't even have to put up any other screens to get the scoreboards up. No shot layering needed here. I like it. At least not yet. Once again, our message board is open should you wish to chime in. Let me know where you're watching us from today. So it looks like on the handicap side, Lenson Moore is going to be getting 12 pins of handicap.
Okay, bowling fans, time to begin. Game number 1 of our 4-game Baker format stepladder finals. On the scratch side, we have number 4 seed Roman Sapola and Cody Brunner taking on number 5 seed Jacob Buckwalter and Nate Barnica. Roman and Cody have elected to start the match on lane 25. They'll go in the order of Cody and then Roman. The other team is going to go Jacob and then Nate. Okay? On the handicap side, we have 4th seed Declan Lenz and Mason Moore taking on number 5 seed Kerry Forrester and Jacob Lane. Declan and Mason have elected to start the match on lane 27 in that order. Declan and Mason. The other team will go Kerry and Jacob. The difference in handicap is 12 pins to the team of Lentz and Moore. All right, bowling fans, let's give a nice hand for our Game 1 finalists.
All right, off we go. Reminder, one bowler on a team bowls the odd lanes, another bowler on the team bowls even lanes. Looks like Cody Brunner is starting us off on the scratch side. Leaves a stubborn 7-pin. Mr. Oberst, hand me all those cards, would you? The blue and the green cards. And the blue ones. Now you could do me a favor.
Okay.
So Buckwalter starts out with a 4-6. On the handicap side, I believe that was Declan that started out with a strike. Kerry Forrester with a spare. And then Jacob with a 10-pin. Which is converted. Nate Barnica up on the scratch side. And I believe that's Mason more up on the handicap side. Someone in the chat's rooting for Cody. No one's rooting for me today, it seems. Nothing new. Let's see if Nate gets the 1. Mason got 1. Nate gets the 1. Declan up in the 3rd on the handicap side. Gets a 9 count. Let's see what Roman could do in the 2nd. He's the last of the scratch bowlers to go. He comes in a little high. Baby split. Good shot there by Carey, striking in the 3rd. Roman making it the hard way. So 3 splits and 4 frames on the scratch side. Jacob gets a 9 count. And so does Cody. Spare conversion for Jacob. Let's see if Cody can do the same on the scratch side. He does with ease. Looks like he could use a little haircut, personally. Hair's a little long. A little hard to see. Covers his eye. It's a little hard to see the bowl when you hair's covering your eye. Mason leaves a 6-pin on the handicap side. Buckwalter up in the 3rd. Leaves the everyday 1-8. So you should make a little adjustment right. And take the pin and the ball through the 1 into the 8. Let's see if he does that. He did. And 9 and a wiggle for Declan. Handicap bowlers not wasting any time, and they're putting up marks. Let's see what Nate could do. He split his first time up. Let's see if he throws a better shot here. It looks better. That's a much better shot. Going 10 back, the crowd erupts. Well, not really. Declan misses his single pin spare. Carey quickly up. That's her 2nd strike. Carey and Jacob remaining clean through the first half of the game. Roman with a strike in the fourth. Great shot there by Jacob. That puts a double up on the board for his team, and they take a 22-pin lead. Cody with a strike. Mason Moore getting his first strike. So 12-pin lead on the handicap side for Carey and Jacob. 6-pin for Jake. And barely hanging on. Sure, got a little nervous there when I threw it a little hard. Declan spares in the 7th. Let's see, Nate looking for his second strike. That looks like a nice shot. Beautiful. Carey leaves a 4-pin. Which she converts. We're oohing at a 5-pin.
The 6-pin shifted over to the 5-pin.
That was. That's the third time I've seen that here today. We had a tie for the cut in the scratch division, and in the first frame of the roll-off, the gentleman slid the 10 into the 9 spot. And that wound up costing them the roll-off. Wow. With all things being equal after that. So that tells me, gotta get a little chemical cleaner on their decks. They do make such a cleaner. Lord knows, I used to spray it on lane decks when I worked at a bowling center a long time ago. Longer than you've been alive. All right, let's see if Roman could concentrate and make his 6, which is now looking more like a 5-pin. If he misses it, does it count for a beer? It's a wonderful, that's an interesting thought. Since he slid the 6 into the 5, does that officially count as the 5-pin? Where he would have owed us a drink if he, I'm going to go with yes. Yeah. But it's irrelevant because he made it. It's a great question for our message board, though. What do you guys think? Did that end up being the 6-pin or the 5-pin? Cody coming in high. Probably tugged it just a tad bit because he can't see out of his one eye with the hair thing. Carrie on the scratch side, or handicap side, throws her first open. So with that, Jacob is going to need to double and get a couple sticks to shut out their opponents. Oh, back-to-back opens, potentially. So it's pretty important here for Jacob to get at least two, and he doesn't. So right there, you need to take a little time and see where your scores are. So, Moore is going to need to make this spare and get good count. He's going to need to make the spare, which he does, and now he's going to need 9 pins. See, that's where it was important for Jacob to get 2 there. For if he got 2 there, he would now need a strike to win, 9 to tie. Now he just needs 9 to win, 8 to tie. Well, he got the strike anyway. So unfortunate back-to-back opens for Forrester and Lane will do them in. 185, 183. Handicap certainly made a difference there. All right, back over to the scratch side where we have roughly a 30-pin match at the moment. Spola leaves a 7-pin. So pretty much all they're going to have to do is stay clean. Seven-pin converted. So a strike goes a long way. Doesn't put them out of danger yet. Big shot. Big shot must have got his hair out of the way. So now, Buckwalter and Barnica need to strike out to force Spola and Bruner to mark. Anything less, well, he doesn't get the first. So now it's basically match over. If he converts the spare and they strike out, they'll have 184, which would mean Spola and Bruner only need 6 pins on 2 shots. And that is going to do it. Who is...
Nate. Nate. Go ahead, Paul.
All right, so this match is over, so we're going to fast track it through to get it done. Sapola and Bruner will be moving on. So we got 2 responses so far. One says it was the 5.5 pin, and one says it was the 6 pin.
Gave it a good try. Okay, bowling fans, that concludes game number 1 of our 4-game stepladder finals. Our 5th place finishers in the scratch division, each bowler receiving a $45 scholarship, certificate, and medal, goes to Jacob Buckwalter and Nathan Barnica.
Buckwalter and Barnica, 5th place today in the scratch division.
And our 5th place finishers in the handicap division, each bowler receiving a $75 scholarship, certificate, and medal, goes to Kerry Forrester and Jacob Lean.
Forrester and Lean, 5th place today in the handicap division.
Okay, on to match number 2.
So I got a special announcement to make. For those of you that might be looking to be in the market for a new PJBT jersey, I have this week, you're going to see it up on the EFX site, hopefully by the end of this week, my very first custom-made Team Fats jersey coming out. You'll buy one, right, sir? Thank you. Thank you. So it'll be on the PJBT page on the EFX website, or you could contact Brian Krantz to order it. Everybody who orders this jersey between now and the end of the year will be entered into a drawing, and you may get your jersey paid for by me. Or you could choose to have the cost of the jersey added to your scholarship fund. So I will either pay you the cost of the jersey, or I will put an equivalent amount into your scholarship fund. So, if you are a member of Team Fats, you will see the jersey released there. If you are friends with me on Facebook, you will see it released there. If you're not friends with me on Facebook, feel free to friend request me at Jason Althouse on Facebook, Jason Althouse. Or it will also be put up on the PJBT Facebook page. That's PJBT Youth Information page. And once again, if you order the shirt using the special Team Fats code, which we will certainly let you know what that is, between whenever it gets posted and the end of the year, you may have your jersey paid for. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me directly. I hope to see a lot of people ordering it. This has been a couple years in the making. So the finishing touches are being put on it this week. I had just a couple little changes that I wanted to be made. And we'll see how it comes out. So once again, our message board is open. If you wish to comment, let me know where you're watching us from this evening. And look at that. I already got 2 friend requests. Boy, that was easy. Well, we just got a wave of friend requests there. If I knew it was that easy, I would have done that a long time ago.
Okay, bowling fans, time to begin our quarterfinal matches. On the scratch side, we have number 3 seed Jordan Shell and Chaz Evenson taking on number 4 seed Roman Sapola and Cody Brunner. Jordan and Chaz have elected to have their opponents start the match on lane 25, and they're going to go in the order of Chaz and Jordan for their team, and then Cody and Roman are keeping the same order. Okay? On the handicap side, we have number 3 seed Kyle Houck and Ty Josephic taking on number 4 seed Declan Lentz and Mason Moore. Ty and Kyle have elected to have their opponents start the match on lane 27. They'll go in the order of Declan and Mason, and our other team will go Ty and Kyle. The difference in handicap is 23 to Houck and Josephic. All right, bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our quarterfinal matches.
All right, and away we go to the quarterfinals. Cody Brunner will be starting us out on the scratch side. On the handicap side, Houck and Josephic getting 23 pins. Good shot there. Okay, so Josephic is first. He's bowling now. And he misses his 4-7. Evenson missed his, I believe it was a 3-10. Kyle Houck, 1-2-4. Jordan Shelley's a 4-pin. Houck gets 2 on his spare, so they start out open. It's like Lentz and Moore kept their same order. Going Jersey! Gives it a little fist bump. Roman Sapola up now. They're working on a strike. Well, I thought I saw an 8-pin up there. Then when he moved, it was gone. Where I'm sitting, he's kind of like right in front of me. Three in a row for the team of Lentz and Moore. Sapola and Bruder coming out hot too. Josephic leaves a 4-pin. So let's see if he can make an adjustment. The last time he left a 4-7 and missed it. So let's see if he can make an adjustment and make the 4-pin. Which he converts. Comes up light again, throws basically the same shot he did. This time he leaves an extra pin in there. 1, 2, 4, 8. Evenson does not make his spare. So that's 2 opens already for him and Jordan. Digging themselves a bit of a hole pretty quick. Hauk converts this time. Jordan Shell leaves a 10-pin. And Mason Moore leaves a 2-pin. We got a nickname in the chat. Interesting. Cody the Middletown Missile. That almost sounds like he should be driving dirt track racing. You know, maybe a sprint car. They wind up winning the tournament. We're going to have to ask them about that one. So both the handicap and the scratch straight trains ended in the third. Lentz and Moore now clean through 5. They built themselves a 19-pin lead. Left side spare for Ty. Missed that spare twice now. So they're digging themselves a pretty big hole. Let's see what the Middletown Missile could do. Well, that was a pretty good shot for the Missile. By the way, the Missile needs a haircut. 2-4-5 for Chaz. Kyle shooting at a 6-pin, which he converts. Chaz converts. They find themselves down by 45, so they got a hole to dig out of with half a game still to go. Washout for Lentz. So he's going to need to make this for them to stay clean. They're up in the 7th. Jordan Shell now up, starting the second half of the match for his team on the scratch side. And they don't have a strike yet up on the board. They're not going to win if they can't throw strikes. The other team's got 4 strikes in 5 frames. Good spare there for Declan. No, Katrina, I don't think I'm gonna, but thank you for your comment. Sapola now up in the 6th. He sneaks in high. Leaves the 6-10. Tie. No trouble with the right side spare. Kyle now up. In the 8th, he comes in high, leaves a 3-6. Mason Mullet Moore, I like that. Sapola and Bruner put their first open up on the board, but they still have quite a sizable lead with 4 frames to go. So as long as they keep it clean, they should be in good shape. Evenson and Shell don't show any signs of putting strikes up on the board yet, but that could change at any minute. Mason Moore comes in high, leaves a 6-pin. They're still up comfortably at this point. Backup ball. For Cody, you see that actually a lot more in today's game. Lentz with a strike in the foundation frame 9th. So Josephic and Houck are going to have to start putting some X's up on the board right here, or the match is going to end. Oh, we got an E-Town chant going on in the chat room now. And Ty, Ty just couldn't get it going. Actually, neither of them have a strike this game. Evanson got... Evanson got his first strike. Kyle Shell came up with a double, so they claw their way a little back into this match. So Sapola and Bruner, though, could shut the door if they could throw strikes right here. All right, with that open by Josephic, that match is officially over. Declan Mentz, Mason Moore will be moving on to the semifinals. Roman Sapola now up. Lane 26 comes back with an important strike. As long as they can keep striking, they will stay up by 22. They could afford one more 9 spare, because depending upon where it is, they'll lose either 20 or 21 pins. Less if it's on the second shot or the third shot in the 10th. Great shot there. By Cody. So they maintain their lead. Chaz now in a must-strike situation. That's going to come in high and leave a 4-pin. All right, so now the best that Shell and Evanston could do is 192. All right, the handicap side, Lenson Moore with a 198-153 victory over Hauk and Joseph Flick. Declan and Mason moving on. All right, with another good shot, Shell and Evanston's going to be in the low 190s, which will make Sapola and Bruner show up in the 10th and get a couple pins. That's why we haven't let them go yet, because technically they didn't shut out their opponents. And Jordan goes Jersey to finish it off. And Dallas with the touchdown. So I believe Roman needs 3 pins here. That will be more than enough. Sapola and the missile moving on.
224 to 192. Time to give out some quarterfinal awards.
Alright. And on the scratch side, the Suburban 224-192 victory over Shell and Stevenson.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our quarterfinal matches for today's tournament. Finishing in fourth in the scratch division. Each bowler getting a $60 scholarship, certificate, and medal goes to Jordan Shell and Chaz Evenson. Fourth place finishers in the handicap division. Each youth bowler receiving a $100 scholarship, certificate, and medal goes to Kyle Hauk and Ty Josephic.
Shell and Evenson, fourth place scratch. Hauk and Josephic, fourth place handicap. All right, on to the semifinals.
Okay, on to our semifinal matches.
By the way, you guys will be happy to know I just talked to Cody, and he told me he actually shuts his eyes when he throws the ball. So his hair can't get in his way if if his eyes are shut. Yeah. That's very interesting. All right, so looking at our upcoming schedule on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour, as mentioned early, next week we are at Bowlerama Limerick for our next under 21 doubles tournament. It is a major. It is our annual major, under 21 doubles at Bowlerama Limerick. So that means it'll be a challenge pattern out there. So it'll be a harder pattern than what we normally lay out for the rest of our adult juniors. That's next Sunday, November 20th, 10:30 start time. If you want to get the discount, you have to put down a payment by midnight tonight. You don't need to pay the whole thing. Just put down some type of deposit, at least $20, on our website at www.pjbtbowlingseries.com. That's www.pjbtbowlingseries.com. And then the following Sunday is girls event number 4 at Lion Bowl in Red Lion, PA. That's the Sunday after Thanksgiving, November the 27th, with a 10:30 start time. And then we go right back to another adult junior, this time at Clearview Lanes in Mount Joy, PA. That's our first event in December the 4th at 10:30. And then on the 12th, we go back to another 21 and under doubles, this time at Colony Park Lanes right here in York. So just shift to the other side of town for an under 21 doubles at Colony Park Lanes. Sunday, November the 12th, or December the 12th. On the 19th, girls only event number 5, we switch to the other end of the eastern side of Pennsylvania. We go to Steel City Bowl and Brew. It's a special dual pattern event. So we will have one challenge pattern, or maybe a little bit harder than a rec. Maybe we'll say a challenge shot on the left lane and a different challenge shot on the right lane. That's Sunday. Actually, that's a Saturday. Saturday, December 18th. No, that is a Sunday. Wrong date is up there. That is Sunday the 19th. Sunday the 19th with a 10:30 start time. I'm going to have to change that date on the website. The website has the 18th. It is the 19th. And then we have our major number 5, which we always have the day after Christmas at Hajar Rose Bowl. Handicap division starts at 10. Scratch division starts somewhere between 2 and 2:30 up at Hajar Rose Bowl. That's the Roto Grip day after Christmas Open. And then we wind down the New Year's with our annual New Year's Eve Day Classic event with a special 10 a.m. start time at Strike Zone in Pottsville. And we are going to have a really different finals for that event. We'll announce it that day of, but I think it's going to be a little on the fun side, but that is a special 10 a.m. start time. Those are all the events that we have on our calendar through the end of 2021. If you want to check them out for yourself, you go to our website at www.pjbtbowlingseries.com. That's pjbtbowlingseries.com. We use Facebook as our primary mean to get our information out. Check out our Facebook page at PJBT Youth Information Page. That's PJBT Youth Information Page. And if this is your first time joining us on YouTube, where you been all these years? We've been doing this quite a while now. Thank you for joining us. If you like what you're hearing, hit that subscribe button on your screen. Subscribe, and if you have your notifications turned on like I do, you will be notified each and every time we go live on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. All right, looks like we are just about ready. Yes, Darren, I miss you a lot. Oh, so according to Darren, I have the date wrong on the. No, I'm not gonna smack mad because it's my fault. I'm the one that puts them up on the website. So I have the 11th wrong.
Okay, bowling fans, time to begin our semifinal matches. On the scratch side, we have number 2 seed, Cole Oberst and Mason Doan, taking on number 4 seed, Roman Sapola and Cody Brunner. Mason and Cole have elected to go in that order, and they're going to have their opponents start the match on lane 25. On the handicap side, we have number 2 seed, Derek Smith and Jacob Perry, taking on number 4 seed, Declan Lentz and Mason Moore. Derek and Jacob are going to go in that order, and they're going to start the match on the left lane, lane 27. Declan and Mason will go in the same order. The difference in handicap in this match is 9 pins going to Lentz and Moore. All right, bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our semifinalists.
All right, to get it right, December the 4th is an adult junior at Clearview. December 11th is an under 21 at Colony Park North. The 18th is a girls-only tournament at Steel City Bowl and Brew. And then Monday the 26th is our day after Christmas tournament. And then we finish up the year on December the 31st at Strike Zone with a 10 a.m. start time. So Lentz and Moore getting 9 pins of handicap this time. That was Derek Smith starting us off on the handicap side. We need to put a strike up in the first frame. All right, so Sapola and Bruner picking up right where they left off. Mason Doan starting us off with a spare.
I'll be joining you in the booth momentarily.
Sure.
After 2.5 games, I think I'm caught up.
So Lentz and Moore flip-flopping. Declan this time going to be on the even number lanes. Cole Oberst. That's a good shot. Nice roll on that ball. So Sapola and Bruner keeping their same order, or at least the lanes that they're bowling on. And Roman carries high. Which that is, one of the things that happens on the scratch side. If you have 2 competent bowlers, that it doesn't matter who finishes the match, and you could stay on that same lane the entire time. That's a big advantage. Not quite as big as it used to be. Back in the day, not going back 3-4 years, we didn't allow the team that had won the match to take any practice. Darren, there were 3 honor scores today, 2 300s and an 800, and there was a 299. In fact, you're going to see everybody who had an honor score in these last 2 matches. Mason Doan shot the first 300. David Swavely shot the second 300. Aiden Davis shot 299, and then David Swavely came back with an 800 in the next 3 games. And for those of you that are wondering, if you weren't with us at the beginning, we are on the helium pattern today. Jacob Perry leaving the 7 pin. Mason Doan, unforced error, chopping the spare. actually, Darren, it wasn't really a strike fest. It was only for those two teams. To make the finals, to qualify third in the finals for scratch, you didn't even need to be plus 150. The top two teams ran away with it. Aiden and David were plus 6 something. Mason and Cole were plus 3 something. But then after that, the next three teams were all between plus like 110 and 145. So it really wasn't like it's been in the past. You would have expected a lot of, like, you know, normally you would expect to have to go at least plus 300 each to even sniff the finals. Derek Smith with a strike in the third. That's the front four for Sapola and Bruner. Again, the advantage of being able to stay on the same lane. Where you see Lentz and Moore, they flip-flopped. And so far, they don't have a markup on the board. Now we're only in the third frame, so there's a long way to go. Cody looking for the front four. That's coming in high. Leaves a 3-6-10. Fixes his hair. And Declan puts the first mark up on the board for his team on the handicap side. Let's see if Mason could make it 2 in a row. Cody not shooting at the easiest of spares, the 3-6-10. And Mason does make it 2 marks in a row. Cody makes it. I'm not sure if he thought he was gonna. Crowd's going a little wild for them. Are you ready, Matthew?
I might be. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. It's better and more like it. Part of our semifinal match. I want to thank everybody for coming out today. 108 bowlers today for our doubles event. 54 teams. And some great bowling today. We'll talk about it a little bit more in the title match, but I want to shout out to Mason Doan, who's bowling in this semifinal match. He had a perfect 300 game during qualifying, and that got him a portion of the $247 300 pot. Waiting in the wings of our scratch match is David Swavely, who also had a 300 game, and he had an 823 during the second round of qualifying. So I'm sure that's going to be the high 800 so far for this year. I don't believe we have anybody higher than that yet. So some really good matches going on. So it looks like on the handicap side, we're starting frame 5. Derek Smith and Jacob Perry have the lead by 14 pins. I'll let you take the scratch side. You seem to have the fans over there.
I do.
They must be all yelling for you.
I got the Middletown Missile bowling right now, supposedly.
Middletown.
Yeah, he sounds like he probably should be driving sprint cars rather than throwing a bowling ball, but
Well, hey,
that's something you would hear in a sprint car race.
whatever works. Whatever
Yeah.
works. Smith gets a 9 count on lane 27, leaving the 3 pin. So he'll look to pick up the spare.
And they got their 6th strike in 7 frames, keeping their sizable lead. Mason and Cole on a 3-bagger of their own. Let's see if they can make it 4. And they do. That was a beautiful shot. Mason, the reigning PIAA state champion.
Declan steps up in the 5th, only gets a 4 count. So he'll look to clean that up. Derek picked up his spare in the 5th on the handicap side.
Oberst now up in the 8th. Beautiful shot. He's thrown the ball so well all game. Every shot has been a carbon copy of the rest.
Declan able to pick up his spare after getting the 4 count. So now his partner, Mason, will step up in the 6th frame on lane 27. And he gets a strike, 3rd strike of the match for them. I'm sorry, 2nd strike of the match. Back-to-back strikes for Moore on the left lane.
Roman comes in high, changes the complexion of that match completely around now. Now that opens the door for Doan and Oberst.
Jacob Perry on the right lane, 28, comes up high, leaves a 3-6. So he'll look to pick up the spare. And with a mark that and the handicap, that will pretty much even up the match. Yeah, certainly your scratch match is, there is an opening now for Oberst and Doan, as a spare here would put them at 255 if he picks up the spare. So they can max out at 255, but their opponents, Oberst and Doan, can max out at 258.
Yes.
So you have a match over there for sure. Perry gets his spare. Now his opponent, or his partner rather, Derek Smith, will step up in the 7th. Scoreboard shows them up by 11, but they're working the spare, not a strike.
Oh, solid 10.
That was a really good shot.
Was a good shot. Came in just a tad bit behind that head pin. Bad entry angle, as they would say. But that could determine the match.
Derek comes in high, not able to trip it out. He leaves the 4-6-7 split, so he'll look to get count. Cody picks up the spare with a backup ball.
Backup ball. A la Simonson.
Very true.
Advantage, Mason and Cole. Basically, just need to throw 2 strikes up on the board here.
Derek gets 1, so 122 rather.
Oh, Mason got it inside, came up high, leaves a split. Pendulum swings back to Sapola and Bruner.
122 in the 7th on the handicap side for Smith Perry. Declan comes in high and leaves the 4-9.
And
So
again,
Declan will need
not
to get counted here.
would have been important there. I know Mason wanted to try to make the spare, which is a great idea right then and there, but he wanted to make sure he got 1 there. Because 1 equals 2 at this point. And that 2 could come to be very important here. So Cole going to need to put all 3 up here on the board to shoot 222. That's the first. If he shoots 222,
They got it. They got it.
Roman will need to go 9 spare. Any spare will work. But if he goes 9 and miss, it's a tie. So that's why it was important for Mason to make sure he got 1 of those pins there.
Okay, short delay for the rake on 28, but we are back on track. So if he gets 1 here, Lenson Moore will be at 105 scratch, 114 with their handicap. They'll be down by 8 pins. Not able to get any, so now they will be at 103, 112. So it is a 10-pin match. Barely 10 pins. Smith and Perry have the lead by 10 as they start the 8th frame. I see people commenting about the Middletown missile.
Yeah. I already told them if they win, I'm going to ask them about it.
Moore comes up high, leaving the 3-6.
Ooh, definitely not the shot Cole wanted there. 218. So now Roman just needs 8 pins on his first shot.
Mason only gets 1, so 112 with the handicap, 121 in the 8th for Lenson Moore.
Roman just looking for 8. And he got 8. That's a winner. That ball for a second had 6 written on it.
It did.
All right, Sapola and Bruner continue their climb up the ladder. With a 232-218 victory. All right, let's move over to the handicap, where we have a 9-pin match with 2 frames to go. Smith and Perry in the lead.
Both teams with opens in the 7th and the 8th. So this match up for grabs as we head into the foundation 9th. We almost have 100 people watching today. So if your friends are not tuned in, tell them that we are finishing up the semifinal match. And then we will head on to the title match for today's PJBT doubles event. Ball looked left off of his hand. And Derek leaves the 5-9. I think at this point a spare is a super important thing.
Absolutely.
As both teams have had opens in the 7th and 8th.
Ooh, a chop.
A chop set. So another open there. 3 straight opens for Smith Perry. That opens the door for Lenson Moore. Battle of who's going to get the first mark.
Yes.
Since the 7th frame, a mark would go a long way right now. Declan gets it wide again. Did that on the last shot on that flame. Gets a 5 count.
The everyday 1, 2, 7, 8, 9.
Funny thing is, it's really just a strike ball.
Yeah.
Still a strike ball in the 1-3 pocket, and he will make the spare. Right now, that's what both teams need is marks. Second shot, and he converts it. So, great spare there for Declan. And now Mason will step up to take over in the 10th. So, let's say strike spare. They could be at 152 and 161 with their handicap. That would force their opponents to get a double in the 10th. Gets the first. Big shot there for Mason Moore as he gets the strike. Second shot in the 10th. And he puts that one back. Big shot there. So now he's at 161. He needs 9 pins on the field ball. 9 pins, and with the handicap, he will shut his opponents out. So 9 to win for Mason Moore. Let's see if he gets it. There's 9. 9's a winner. So that would give them 170 and the victory.
That was 3 great shots in the 10th.
Just enough. So both of our number 4 seeds, I believe it is. Yes, both of our 4 seeds trying to walk the ladder will move on to the finals. Okay, so strike from Perry, 8 count in the second ball of the 10th. He'll try to get 1 here, and his team will finish with 1. Nope, he gets 0. So it'll be a 170 to 157 victory for Lentz and Moore.
And that's going to do it for our semifinals. So we'll give out some awards, and then we'll get ready for our finals. You are watching Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour live here on YouTube. Under 21 doubles action today from Suburban Bowlerama in South York, Pennsylvania.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our semifinal matches for today's PJBT. Our third place finishers in the scratch division. Each bowler will receive an $80 scholarship, and Mason will receive a $124 bonus for his perfect 300 game today. So our third place finishers getting medals and scholarships goes to Cole Obers and Mason Doe.
Cole Obers, Mason Doan, officially 3rd place today in the scratch division.
Our third place finishers in the handicap division, each bowler receiving a $125 scholarship, certificate, and medal goes to Derek Smith and Jacob Perry.
Derek Smith, Jacob Perry, officially 3rd place today in the handicap division. Great bowling today.
Okay. All right, on to our title matches. Okay, bowling fans, it is time for our title match for tonight's PJBT doubles event, sponsored by Bowlerama's Pro Shops here at Suburban Bowlerama in York. On the scratch side, we have top seed David Swavely and Aiden Davis taking on number 4 seed Roman Sapola and Cody Brunner. David and Aiden have elected to start the match on lane 25. They'll go in that order, and Roman will go first, Cody second for their team. On the handicap side, we have top seed Charlie Albright and Cameron Smee taking on number 4 seed Declan Lentz and Mason Moore. Cameron and Charlie have elected to start the match on lane 27. They'll go in the order of Cameron and Charlie, and then Declan and Mason will keep the same order. The difference in handicap is 6 pins going to Lentz and Moore. All right, bowling fans, we started with 108 bowlers today. We are down to our final 4 teams. Let's give them a nice hand as they compete in the title match. Good luck.
All right, we are off into the finals. Looks like David Swavely is going to be starting us off on the scratch side, and Cameron Smee is going to be starting us off on the handicap side. Lentz and Moore getting 6 pins. Good start there by Swavely. So Cameron will be taking that frame over. He started on the wrong lane. Cody, a little high, 4-pin. Good shot.
False start on the offense.
Yeah, we had a little false start. Arrows were pointed the wrong way.
So we'll have him taken on the correct lane.
Yes. Well, let's see if Cameron could do a little better. And he goes Jersey and gets a strike. Aiden Davis now up, looking to give his team an early 10-pin lead. And he comes in light and leaves a light hit 8-10. Almost a 2 8-10. Aiden gets one. Declan now up, looking to convert his 3-9, which he does not.
Hard to go without mentioning today our title leaders, David Swavely and Aiden Davis. They bowled a block of, let's see, I will do the math real quick, almost 300 over for 3 games in the second round today. David Swavely with a perfect 300 game in game 6. Aiden had a 299 game in game 7, and David Swavely ended up with an 823 for the 3 games of round 2. He shot 300, 266, and 257. So these guys were near the top of the leaderboard, but boy, did they take off in round 2.
They did.
They went from plus 291 after 5 to plus 687 after 8.
Roman now up.
Solid 8-pin.
Beautiful shot. Bad break.
Mason picks up his partner on the handicap side as Declan got an open in the first. Mason gets a spare in the second. So let's see. We have the battle of the tournament leaders and the teams trying to walk the ladder. And once again, I just want to mention we have 99 viewers right now. So if your friends are not watching, tell them to watch. We want to be at 100. There's 102.
There you go.
Very good. Title match for today's tournament. We started with 54 teams, 108 bowlers, and these are our final teams. Charlie Albright comes up high, leaving the 3-10 baby split after Cameron started with a strike. Again, we're going to be giving out $2,600 in scholarship prizes and just the prize list for the tournament today. We'll certainly be over 3,000 with our side pots.
Cody with a strike. In the fourth, they are clean through 4. Let's see if Aiden could throw a better shot here. I'm going to say he probably didn't hit his second shot because it looked like it started to turn the corner and then it flattened out. Bad.
Charlie not able to convert his spare. 28 in the second for them. Cameron steps up in the third. Aiden dropped it. I don't know what happened there. It looked like his timing got off or something.
He definitely dropped it. You could hear it.
He dropped it at the foul line. That's very uncharacteristic for him. He did leave a makeable spare, though, which is the washout, the 1-2-4-10. Meanwhile, Cameron Smee, ball hooks very hard to the left. Crosses over. Leaves just the 3-pin. See if he can pick up the spare. Big shot here for Aiden to pick up the washout. And he does. Great shot. Great shot. Big shot for him. So he can regroup. See if David can pick him up here. That's the key with Baker bowling. You gotta have both bowlers on. Cameron able to pick up the spare.
David gets his third strike of the match. He's 3 for 3.
He's 3 for 3. And Declan steps up in the third frame. He leaves the 3-6. So he'll look to pick up the spare.
So I was told Roman is also from Middletown. We might have to give him a nickname too if they pull on to win.
How about it? Roman up on 26, gets a strike.
Comes back from his solid 8 nicely. Puts a double up on the board for his team.
Yep.
They are up by 21.
Declan pulls his spare shot, not able to convert. 35 in the third for him.
Cody up, looking for a triple. He gets it.
On the handicap side, Mason Moore comes up high. 3, 6, 9, 10. That'll be a tricky spare. The mayhem.
Mayhem. See if Aiden can get it going now.
Better release there. Gets a strike. Looked like maybe, I can't tell for sure. It might be something that if you have the chance to interview them later, but it looks like he's having some kind of issue with his fingers. That ball, it looked like he didn't come through it. It's hard for me to explain because I'm not a two-hander, but it did not look like something may be bothering him with his middle fingers or his ring finger, causing pain when he lets it go. We'll see if that comes into play in the match. David with another strike.
That's a triple.
So they got it going.
So it's still a 21-pin match, which one slip-up makes it an even match.
Yes, it does.
When you're on a double and you don't strike, you go 9 spare, that's 21 pins right there.
Charlie Albright steps up. He comes in a little light, 210. So he'll look to pick up the spare. It is a makeable shot. Spola comes in high, leaves a 4-pin.
And now we have a match.
Actually, with a spare right now, we are dead even.
Yes, we are.
Both teams can shoot 248. Albright not able to get any pins, so 54 in the fourth. So through 4 frames of the title match, Albright and Smee have a 4-pin lead. Once again, we want to thank Terry Miller, the proprietor here at Suburban Bowlerama, and his pro shop, Bowler Max Pro Shop, for sponsoring today's PJBT with a hammer bowling ball that we gave away during the raffles, which was very helpful. Gave away, like I said, $2,600 total today. Added a lot of money from the raffles to be able to do that. So want to thank Terry and the center. They've been helped us put on a great event here today. Cameron comes in high, leaving the 3-6.
Another 4-pin.
Cody comes in high, leaving the 4-pin. So the interesting part of this match on scratch is that Davis is the one struggling, but he's the one in the 8th and the 10th.
Yes.
So
Yes.
he's going to be the key to the match. I think if I was him, based on the last couple of shots, I think I would move one board right.
That's
Or half a board at least.
That's kind of tough to do this late in a block.
But again, I think it has to do with the way he's releasing the ball.
Yeah.
And if he's not getting the full push off the fingers for some reason,
Me, I'd rather change my hand position at this point. Get a little more tilt on the shot.
let's see what he does. Big shot here in the 8th. That looked a lot better.
Yeah, that was a lot better. That was much better.
Release. Yep. So keeps the lead with the strike. On the handicap side, Declan Lentz leaves the 9-pin, but gets the spare. Didn't take too much pain off the pin, but he got the spare. Got it done. So they maintain a trailing by 4 as they start the 6th frame. Mason Moore stepping up. 10 back. Big shot for him. First strike of their match. Now Swavely up in the foundation 9th.
Oh! And he went 5 for 5 on his.
Big shot there. The ball just creeped in just a hair high, and I believe that was the head pin from the sideboard. Comes and takes out the 9-pin. Big shot there to maintain the lead going into the 10th.
I'd say that was the head pin.
On the handicap side, Charlie Albright comes in high, leaves the 6-10. So he'll look to keep the board clean. Sapola pushes out the 4-pin.
So if Cody can find a way to strike out, Aiden would need a double.
Yes, he
Strike
would.
9 spare and we would have a tie. Great championship match.
On the handicap side, Charlie Albright picks up his spare.
Beautiful. That might have been Cody's best shot of the entire 4 games, without a doubt. Looked like he got that ball out a little bit more than where he's been playing, and that ball just turned left.
He's been really dialed in. He has. He'll have to tell you. I know he has one title major.
With that shot, now I know why he's called the missile.
Whew, that was a big one.
Yes.
On the handicap side, Cameron comes in high, 3-6. Cameron's been high pretty much on every shot on the left lane. So see if he can pick up his spare. Cody is in on that one.
Yeah, that ball was a good 7 boards left of where his last shot was.
So now he's got to get count.
Yes.
Count's got to be the key here because
Definitely got to get 2.
He can still force his opponent to show up in the 10th frame. Cameron gets 1, does not make the spare. So 99 in the 7th for Albright and Smee. So Declan Lentz steps up in the 7th.
That's not good, but I do believe Aiden is still going to need just to mark now. Yes, Aiden needs a mark.
Declan crosses over, 5-9. A lot of our handicap bowlers seem to have a lot of friction. Probably need to move the feet 3 or 4 boards left at this point and play more of an inside angle.
A mark to win it. That was a good shot. And that'll do it.
Declan not able to pick up his spare. So those guys have 96 now in the 7th. So we have a 3-pin match on the handicap side. 3 pins separate.
Kind of like where we were last match.
Pretty much.
great run for Sapola and Bruner to run the ladder, falling just one rung short. Great effort, though, finishing second. All right, and your final, 248-221. Swavely and Davis throwing the back 8 strikes. 10 strikes in the match total.
On the handicap side, Charlie Albright comes up light, leaving the 1-2 after Mason Moore got a strike in the 8th. I'll let you take over the handicap match while I get ready some paperwork.
Charlie Albright looking to spare. He does. Close match going into the 9th. Could be anybody's to win. Cameron Smee now up his final shot, unless there's a tie. Final frame, I should say. Comes in a little high, and it took a little bit for that 10 to fall, but it fell. Striking the foundation frame 9th is what you want to see. They could still shoot 179. Declan up his final frame. Crossing over, does not get the break, leaves just the 3-pin. Unforced error there by Declan. Best they could do now, 148 scratch, 154 with their handicap. But that would force a mark if we could strike out here. Mason leaves a 3-pin as well. So they could still shoot 138, 144. So Albright now will not need to mark in the 10th. Let's just assume Mason makes his spare here, which he does. Albright now will not need to mark in the 10th, but he will need good count, depending upon if Mason gets good count here. They could shoot 144, which means Albright would need 8. 144 it is. Charlie Albright will need 8 pins in 2 shots. If I remember correctly, Charlie is the owner of Hazleton. Eight for the win on 2 shots. The one thing we won't have here is a tie.
Correct.
And he gets 7. He needs 1. He needs 1.
Gets 1. good math.
Thank you, sir. I'm an accountant for a reason.
You need one. One green for the top.
That looks
He's
good.
got more than one. Got them all.
All right. He only needed one, but he got all three.
And our tournament leaders on both sides. Carly take home the title.
I'm going to have to ask him if he thought he needed to make that spare. And a great run for Lentz and Moore. Almost climbing the ladder as well. So both of our fourth place qualifiers finished second today. All right, and it's over, 158-144. Cameron Smee, Charlie Albright taking home the victory on the handicap side. All right, we'll give out some awards, we'll get some pictures, and we'll bring back all of our winners today for a final interview, and then we will wrap it up. You have been watching the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. Stay with us.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes today's PJBT here at Suburban Bowlerama in York. Our doubles event, sponsored by Bowlermax Pro Shops. Our runner-up finishers in the scratch division. Each bowler getting a $100 scholarship, certificate, and medal goes to Roman Sapola and Cody Bruner.
Roman Sapola, Cody Bruner, awesome second place finish today. Almost climbing the ladder. They did so good today. I guess the story of how he became the Middletown Missile will just have to wait another day. But I do want to know.
Our runner-up finishers in the handicap division, each bowler receiving a $150 scholarship, certificate, and medal goes to Declan Lentz and Mason Moore.
Declan Lentz, Mason Moore. Second place today, also almost climbing the ladder all the way.
And our winners for today in the scratch division, each bowler receiving a $225 scholarship, certificate, and the first place acrylic plaque for the title goes to David Swavely and Aiden Davis.
David Swavely, Aiden Davis, your champions today on the Strat side.
And our winners in the handicap division, each bowler receiving a $225 scholarship certificate, and the first place acrylic plaques goes to Charlie Albright and Cameron Smee.
Charlie Albright, Cameron Smee, your champions today on the handicap side.
All right, we'll get a picture with our winners, and then we'll send them back for final interviews. Don't forget, bowling fans, to tune in next Sunday afternoon for our adult junior finals of the fourth major of the PJBT season. Next Sunday will be at Bolero Limerick Bowl in Limerick, PA. Sunday, November the 20th, and our finals will be in the afternoon. So make sure you tune in here on YouTube. Thank you, everybody.
All right, let me set up the camera and get some interviews. Now you got to deal with me.
Yeah.
All right. We are here with our
Here, come in here. There you go.
we are here with our handicap division champions today, Mr. Charlie Albright,
Yeah. Oh.
Mr. Cameron Smee. All right. First question: did you know you only needed one on that spare?
I thought I needed two, but I was just excited to get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Did you know he only needed one?
No.
No?
I thought he just had to make this fair and get good count.
Okay. Well, it's good to know that you guys can't hear us talking down there then, because
That was an awful game.
Yeah.
yeah, well, you know, the lanes really broke down a lot.
There's not a lot of
Yeah.
people with 160 win the
Yeah.
title.
Well, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. So tell me, how did you, other than the finals, bowl on the helium pattern today?
Started out with the Zen. When they broke down, I moved to the Zen Soul, and then just threw it a little bit more angle.
Okay.
But then I started out with the reality with like a couple right of the middle dot. It was just like thrown in between third and second arrow. But yeah. And then like as the day went on, I just moved more left to like about 3 boards left and just thrown in between third and second
Okay.
arrow.
So how different was the finals pair compared to what you had?
A lot.
Like
a lot.
20 boards.
20 boards.
I
Yeah.
couldn't hit my mark
Yeah.
for crop though,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter.
Ah,
I just kept on moving left, like when is it my ball gonna strike?
got it. Got it.
Yep.
So, what's it like owning Hazleton?
What?
You forget that, huh?
What?
He said something about Hazleton.
What's Hazleton?
Never mind.
Yeah, he forgot.
Yeah,
He
he
must have
forgot.
forgot.
Yeah, he forgot. So, Tournament title number
2.
2.
2 and 2.
Yep. 2 and 2.
Singles event the first time. Doubles event.
Yep.
Doubles event.
Yeah.
As partners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So who do you want to thank?
I want to thank my dad, my pro shop guy, Scott Shirk, and I want to thank God for letting me like do all this.
Hey,
having the ability to roll and stuff.
that's a good person to thank.
Yeah.
All right. I want to thank everybody who was here, and Earl for drilling up my bowling balls, and my dad for taking me out today. That's all.
That's all.
Yep.
That's all.
Yeah.
No one's thanking me today.
And of course you, because it couldn't be possible without you.
It
you know
could
what I'm saying?
definitely,
Yeah.
because I'm in charge of everything. We've discovered this last week in the check-in room. They just put me in charge of everything, which I don't want to be in charge of it. PA
There
Fats,
it is.
yeah.
I need to
Yes.
get a shirt that says PA Fats.
The new one's coming out this week.
That's nice.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking home their career second titles each. Now they are qualified. They stopped filming. Did you notice that?
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's
I guess
tough.
And now
That's too boring.
they're qualified automatically for the season-ending championship down at Limerick. Mr. Charlie Albright. Let's see if he shakes my hand this time.
Yeah. Shake his
Yeah.
hand.
Mr. Cameron
All right,
Smee.
thank you.
Congratulations. All right. Let's bring Aiden and David in. Speak into the mic.
That's what I was
Into
told.
the mic. Into the mic.
Are we
All right. So we are here with our Scratch Division champions today, Mr. David Swavely, Mr. Aiden Davis. So, rather typical qualifying. First 5 games, you were +2 something. Pretty typical for this place. But then the real action started.
Turn it on. Yeah.
Turn it on. What the heck happened in those 3 games?
I'm gonna be honest. I knew that we wanted to take the lead going into the finals, and we just kind of talked to each other and realized that something had to click to go from 2 after qualifying to 1 after the 8 games.
Well, it clicked.
Yeah, like you said, a mixture of want to take the lead, and I think they opened up a bit too for us, which made it a bit easier.
Which is what normally happens here.
Yeah.
So you shot 300 game 6.
Yes.
You shot 299 game 7. You left
yeah.
a 10 pin?
Yeah.
Was it? I watched the shot from up here. It looked
It was a good shot.
yeah, it was. Could have been.
Yeah, they could have been a little bit
Could've
better.
been.
I mean, it
but,
could have
you know.
knocked the temping down.
It could have. Could have. Cost you a little bit of scholarship money.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
80 some bucks, but it's all right. I had to let him get some extra money.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. So, and then you shot 800.
I shot my first 800 today. Yeah.
Oh,
my
that's your
300.
first. Congratulations.
First 300 and 800.
Congratulations. So then we got to the finals pair. You went 5 for 5.
I did go 5 for 5. I don't want to brag.
I don't want to brag.
But I did go 5 for 5.
So there's not much that we need to say. Were you having a little trouble with your release, your fingers?
Yeah, it was just falling off my hand.
Was it?
Just dropping it, yeah.
Okay.
So
what
I
did you do
couldn't get it.
differently?
I just changed my hand position at the bottom.
Okay.
That's really all it was.
Which is sort of what I recommended for you in the text. Actually, if you go back and listen to
Really?
it.
I'll have to check it out.
He just
Or
knows,
it might have
he
been
knows all.
it might have been in the 6th or the 8th. At some point, at some point it was in the 8th.
Okay.
Or it might have been in the 10th. Matt said, well, maybe Aiden wants to move a board right. And I said, well, we're kind of late in the block to be doing that. I think I would change my hand position at this
Yeah.
point. So, seriously, for those, that are watching us that, aren't that great at bowling, and hope to aspire to be a David Swavely or an Aiden Davis someday, don't aspire to be me. What did you do differently? Show the camera, if you would, what you did with your
I
hand.
just had it more to the side because I was having it more flat. It was just flattening out at the
Okay.
bottom. So I just turned my hand a little bit to the
So
side.
you went from this to this
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's not what I would have recommended to do. I would have recommended increasing your tilt a little bit. So I would have recommended turning your wrist in a little bit. But you made a hand.
I guess
hand
it worked, yeah.
hand. So title number
2.
and I know you got a lot more.
I think it's 14 total, but 13th scratch.
Okay.
Because I went
All
handicap.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's the
Second
second one
one.
with Aiden,
All
you
right.
know.
All
But like the first one that we won earlier in the year, I'm not gonna lie, Aiden did carry me. But I would like to say that today I
was
had
the other way
I had
around,
Aiden
yeah.
on my back. You know,
Yeah,
I had like a little
okay.
chip on my shoulder. I had to make sure that he can't carry me for all of them. I gotta pull my own weight.
So, when the top seed usually wins this tournament, I always do like this question. How did you decide start, finish, and what lanes?
So, in practice, I definitely favored the left lane more. I felt like the left lane gave me a little bit more miss room. I could miss a little bit left, it'd go down lane, miss a little bit right, and it'd roll nice. I know over on the practice lane, they were very cliffed, so if you were missing it right, it would just roll out on you. And Aiden even told me he wasn't a big fan of the left lane. He liked the right lane better.
Yeah, another thing was Cody too. Like we didn't want him to start in the left lane, but of course
Yeah.
we forgot they could switch it. But we wanted to try and give him a different look.
Okay, so now we know why you started on the left and you started
Yeah.
on the right. How did you determine who was going to go first and who was going to go second?
Honestly, I mean,
Did you guys want to finish? Like, was that what
yeah,
it is?
I like to finish last because like I like to have like the pressure on me, like step up and strike. Like I like doing that. I'm not gonna lie, and like I
So-
know.
Yeah, I'm just like
So,
that. Yeah.
so this is all I'm going to say here. So he says he likes to finish
Well,
last,
yeah.
but it was Aiden
Yeah.
that finished last. Well, now you guys are qualified for the season-ending tournament down in Limerick. Well, you guys
We
probably
already were,
qualified.
yeah,
Yeah. And one of these days, I got to update the winners thing on the
Yeah,
website.
so you gotta get on top
Yeah,
of it,
I have
stats
a
and whatnot.
I have a break coming up from work. Not this upcoming week, next week. So we'll get it updated. Who do you want to thank?
You can go first.
Oh, I gotta go first.
Oh.
First, gotta thank my dad for bringing me to every tournament. You know, taking me to practice all the time throughout the week. Friends and family watching back home, and of course Ryan May's Bowling Billiards helps me a lot with my game and equipment, and wouldn't be able to do it without any of them.
First, I'll definitely like to thank my mom.
Oh wait, I have to thank him for bowling with me too. I forgot to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely
PJ
thank my
Marie.
mom. She is my #1 supporter, so she's definitely like my #1. I love her to death. Also want to shout out my friends, my families are always supporting me. They're just always there. I have such a great support group. No matter if I bowl good, bowl bad, they're always there for me. And I also want to thank Jason Boyer. He's been working with me a little bit after leagues on Saturdays, and he's definitely been giving me key advice that I need to.
It's a great person to have working.
I do think he's a great person.
So, are we ready to announce yet where we might be going next year, or not quite ready yet?
Not quite ready yet.
Yeah.
Not quite ready yet. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna ask again if you guys make it to the winner. Aiden's like dodging that question. He's like looking way over there. He definitely does not want to answer that question yet. All right. And also in like about 10 days, 8 days, high school bowling practices start.
We start open bowling this week. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking home the Scratch Division title today, Mr. David Swavely. Mr. Aiden Davis, congratulations,
Thank
gentlemen.
Thank you guys.
Woo! Wow!
Wow.
How about that one?
How about that? What a day.
What a day. Well, thank you, everybody, for our 108 bowlers who came out today. We hope to see everybody next Sunday. Don't forget to sign up tonight for the discount entry fee. We'll be at Limerick Bowl next Sunday, Bolero Limerick for the adult junior and fourth major. So if you haven't signed up yet, get your team signed up online, and we'll see you down in Limerick next week.
Yes.
So have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you next Sunday from Limerick.
From all of us here at the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers, to all of you, have a safe, happy, healthy week. See ya.
See ya.